Hey, welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyaholic. Of course, my name is Joseph. You all know me as the Mad Montreal Man, and we got a show today for you, a little bit different. We're only doing one DC Multiverse figure and something else. But the figure we're doing is Batman, the sixth dimension, the final Batsuit. We're going to do this guy today. And let's just put it this way. No groceries for a week because I bought him. Hey. Food is temporary. Action figures are forever. And because I took advantage of EB Games sale, I picked up something different. Because I figure, with next year being the end of DC Multiverse with McFarlane, I want to start thinking, what other McFarlane toys might I want to consider picking up next year? So, EB Games had this wonderful sale, so I picked this guy up for next to nothing. Yeah, discount on top of the sale basically cost me $10, so not bad. But what do you say we start off with the final Batsuit, and let's get my friend. And I'm not talking about my vintage Levi's shirt, and yes, this shirt is about almost 40 years old, vintage, just like me. But let's get my friend. Oh, he's so sharp and pointy, a little bit of blood stains, but Dr. Scalpel is ready to make those mint and package people cringe. There's one cut. Ooh, I can hear them cringing already. There's a second cut, and let's do it one more time. Oh, it's right there. God, I just love doing that. And if you're wondering, no, I still have not been sponsored by Monsieur Tetrou. Monsieur Tetrou, please, come on, send me some figures. I'll watch them, and I'll review them, and I'll, love to be sponsored by you, and the GoFundMe is going nowhere. I'll have a message about that afterwards. But what do you say I finish? Dog's barking. I'll be back. Well, sorry about that interruption. Someone basically knocked on the door and the dog freaked out. But as I was saying before, let's finish taking him out of the package, and we'll be back after the final suit close-up. Okay, it only comes with the base. The card, I haven't read this story, but second time I'm doing this. The Justice League has the map to the sixth dimension in hand, and with it, they have the key to saving the multiverse from utter destruction. Meanwhile, Superman is trapped in a world with no light and hundreds of dead Supermen. The multiverse is teetering on the brink, and Lex Luthor's Legion of Doom is poised for victory. The final form. What the hell is that word? I'm getting old, I need glasses. Of Perpetua takes shape, and the DCU will never be the same again. I have not read this story. I am totally lost. I have no idea what the story's about, but cool card. But let's look at the figure. A bit heavy. I just saw him in the close-up. Look at that. And it's not a statue. There are 22 points of articulation. No ankle problems. The base actually holds them. You know, that's actually pretty cool. And before you're wondering, yes, the wings pretty much remind me of the same wings they used on the Kingdom Come Batman. Slightly different. I do like how they did the ratcheting system this time. Let me just show you here. They didn't do a round peg. It's a bit of an octagon peg, which is nice because it actually will hold when you put it in different positions. The head seems a bit small, but then again, his head would be here. It's proportion-wise, it's a bit confusing because if that was his head, shoulders, his arms would be like this. But I don't care. It's a cool-looking frickin' figure. I like it. I actually do like it. I mean, I have to like it for what it costs, and yes, those tariffs have made a big impact on the cost of these guys. I won't tell you how much it cost me, but let's just put it this way. Like I said, no groceries for a week because I bought him instead. But do I regret it? No, because this guy is just freaking cool. I like the look of it. I mean, normally I like my Batman to be black with a little bit of highlights, but somehow white and gold works. And even though he's a bit bulky, I'll have to make a new shelf just for him because guess what? He's front of the shelf! Yes, I like this guy. I really like the look. I wish I knew what the story was about, but at this point I don't care. I've read comic books in years because I can't afford them. And you're wondering why I can't afford them? Because I'm buying action figures. But I really like this guy. It was worth, well, let's push it this way. It's worth starving for another week because I have him now. He's just really cool. But because we're doing armor, and I got this for only $10, let's take a look at Warhammer Space Wolf, the Wolf Guard. Now, once again, let's get my friend. I don't think any mint and package people are going to freak out over this thing. Now, I used to play Warhammer a long time ago. It's been so long, but I figured why not? I have to start thinking ahead because even though Mr. Tetru, the owner of EB Games, yeah, I'm plugging his name a lot. I want him to sponsor me or hire me. I'll work for Import Dragons. I'll work for EB Games. I don't care. I want a new job. I need a job where I can afford to buy action figures. But I figure, like I said, next year with DC Multiverse ending, I've seen what Mattel does with the wrestling figures, and I'm kind of worried that that's the way it's going to go with the DC characters. So I'm kind of like, I think I'm a McFarlane guy when it comes to action figures. But let's finish taking him out of the package. Ooh, he's heavier than him. But we'll be back after the Wolf Guard's close-up. nice art on the card. And as for the Wolf Guard, they are the elite veterans of chapter. To be a member of the selected brotherhood is to wield the very deadliest of weapons of war while serving as the personal guard of their Wolf Lord. Cool card. I like the card. Now, you saw in the close-up, he comes with a base, a gun, a really cool-looking axe, and the backpack with a skull on it. He's heavy. He's a heavy figure. Thankfully, the base does help stabilize him. At first, I thought, okay, he's not going to be very pulsable, and yes, I kind of wore blue because of him. Yeah, I can see getting hooked on these kind of action figures. Now, I know Warhammer has a range of different figures over the years. Some you build, some of the minis. But with the McFarlane ones, I can see myself doing more of these guys. Because I really like the details. I mean, you can't really see it well, but it looks like runes. Oh, runes up in his armor plate here. Actually, it is runes, because I recognize those 4 symbols. So he's got runes up here, which is really cool. The wolf, very Norse, very Norse-like, and I like that. I can see myself getting more of these down the road, if I can afford them. In worst case, next year, if I have no DC toys to collect, maybe I'll really start getting to the Warhammer McFarlane toys. I do like them. He's definitely something that's going to be nice to collection. Now, he's not quite 7 inches. Well, he is if you count the mohawk. So he's a bit slightly smaller. So kind of like, he'd be kind of like a Wolverine next to Superman kind of thing. But the armor is really cool. And that's why I wanted to do these 2 figures, because we have armor and armor. Now, which armor would I like to wear if they were real? Well, I don't know what this armor is capable of, really. This armor is, well, I know what it's capable of. It's really strong armor. It's cool. I think I'd go with the Batman armor, because after all, Batman beats everybody. But that's it for the 2 we're reviewing on today's show. I do like the face sculpt. Oh, I like that. I can see why someone would buy this and actually customize it a bit more. Like, for example, maybe brush in some different colored paint over the runes. This is definitely a figure that you could see a lot of customs with. I like him. He's cool. Kind of wish I had 2 of them. Because, we do a custom on one and just leave one plain. This way, change one bit. And what's more important is that face sculpt is gorgeous. But that's going to wrap up. Oh, before I forget, it does come with a punching fist. And I don't know why it's so important, but a pointy finger. I know. It's telling you to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Okay. But that's it for the show, except for a couple things. I said there'd be an update on what's going on with the GoFundMe. It's not really going anywhere. I've had the 1 donation to the GoFundMe, another donation that was directly to me. But I figure I'm going to challenge you guys. I got this puppy here. Okay? So, if I get another $100 donated to the GoFundMe, I'll open him and do a review of this 2-pack. If I don't get any more money on the GoFundMe, well, he's just going to sit on my shelf, and that'll be that. But as for the next show, well, we have a few things we can do, but I think just because I have these, my pre-order came in on these, and I know Casey was making fun of me at EB Games. You say you didn't want the Frostbite editions, but you seem to be buying them. Yeah, that's right. More movie stuff. Batman Forever Frostbite Edition. And, of course, we got the glow-in-the-dark Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze. So this will be on the next show, most likely. Who knows, I might change my mind. Hey, if I get over $100 on the GoFundMe, I'll be doing the Batman Earth 44 and Killer Croc. We'll have to wait and see. But until then, as I always say every week, because mental health is important to me, you got to do your best. For your body, your mind, and your emotional well-being, please do your best to stay healthy. And when you get something you weren't expecting to put a smile on your face, well, it's a good way to stay happy. And of course, no matter how bad things get, if you have to give up food for a week to get a cool action figure, it's still worth it because you got to do your best to stay positive. And on that note, don't worry, he's fine. I just knocked him down, bent the wing. But as I was saying, we'll see you guys next week for the next show. Until then, take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. And remember, keep buying action figures. And yes, I will put the link once more to the GoFundMe in the description. So please, if you can, every little bit helps. And as before in the last episode, please feel free to contact Import Dragons. Feel free to message Stéphane Tétrault, EB Games. Let them know that, hey, this guy wants to be sponsored by you. And if you are another toy manufacturer out there, send me your toys. I'll review them. Or if you're a viewer of the show and you got something you want me to review, send it to me. Just message me. I'll give you my address. Send it to me and I'll be fine. But until then, like I said, do your best. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Stay positive. Enjoy the weekend. And we'll see you next week for another episode of On the Pig. Alright, the Wolf Guard. Actually, really nice cards, kind of cool. They are the elite veterans the elite, take it over again. The tongue gets stuck in the hole in the mouth and you couldn't speak. Really nice.